Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading this week. I want to show you the cards that are being used for your reading this week. We're doing the weekly this week. It's 13th to the 19th of July 2020. You've got a monthly for July up, guys, so make sure you're checking that out. It will be on the end screen so you can click into that link. This week we are using the This Might Hurt tarot deck by Isabella Rotman, and that is for your general energies for the week. For the work reading, we use the Dark Mansion Tarot. And for your love reading, we're using the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Actually, I think I might switch that up. I think we'll use the Everyday Enchantment Tarot for your work and the Dark Mansion Tarot, okay? For the spiritual advice for the week, we use the Crazy Sexy Love Notes by Chris Carr. And if we need to clarify anything on the reading, we are going to use the Rider Tarot deck miniature, all right? So, yeah, that's it. Sit back, relax. And as I always say, enjoy. Hi Capricorn, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. We are doing this week, guys, the 13th to the 19th of July 2020, starting off with your general, your career, and then your love reading. Okay, sit back, relax, enjoy. Okay, Capricorn, welcome back. Let's have a look at the reading then. So, we want to start with the general reading, what the general message is for this week. The Chariot. I think that the general message with the Chariot really is it's time to surmount and to take control in terms of your direction. Some of you guys might be being split in two directions, because that's really sort of one of the points of the Chariot is that you're split in two directions. If you look at this woman, she's standing aloft two motorbikes. Now those motorbikes go, they should happen to automatically drive off. She's going to get split, you know, she's going to get toppled off. In other words, and it's funny because when I look at her hand, it almost looks like she's got a wand. Can you see that, Capricorn? She looks like she's got a wand. She's carrying a wand. So it feels like it's saying that the message is that you have control of your direction. You are in control of the direction that you take. Because the Chariot, cards like Chariot and Strength and Emperor, those cards would represent the theme of being in control. And I think that you guys are in control of your destiny, perhaps. Especially if we've got a wheel here, Wheel of Fortune. But you are definitely, I think the message is to take control with that Chariot showing there. It's too funny because the King of Cups can be a Cancer card as well, funnily enough. Capricorn, I think that you need, and it's an interesting thing with the Chariot and the King of Cups, because both of these cards would indicate the need to take control of one's feelings. So I think the message is really this week it's a time for taking control of your feelings in a way, because the King of Cups is very controlled emotionally, and so is the Chariot, funnily enough. It's ruled by Cancer, so there is a need here as well. When you look at the Chariot, it's all about controlling your emotions, somebody who's in control. Both cards together aspecting one another, it feels like it's saying that there is a need to control your emotions with both cards. I wonder what's going to come up next. Yeah, I mean, you've got the Moon card here, which is interesting. The Moon is all about our emotions being out of control. So I knew that something would show up that would say something was out of control because of the way that the cards look. So I think this week the message is there is a need to take control of your emotions. There may be, with the Moon energy, things that are unclear, perhaps, with the Moon energy. It's funny because you've just got totally different energies with the Chariot and the King of Cups to that Moon energy. The Moon energy can talk about a fluctuation in emotion, you know, fear, things happening that are unseen, things happening that are unexpected with the Moon energy, things that are not clear. Let's have a look at the next one. Okay, the Two of Wands. A card about plans. I think plans may be unclear here because you've got the there's a lack of clarity with the moon energy. But also you could say with the moon energy that if there is a need to control your emotions this week, Capricorn, then with the moon energy, perhaps there is a need with this moon energy to tap into your intuition. The Two of Wands is all about planning. So maybe there's a need to tap into your intuition with the moon energy and take charge with that Two of Wands. Two of Wands also represents the need to take charge. See, it's aspected by a good card, which is Justice. I think it's going to bring you a solution that you need. Or the Justice card is about solutions and rewards. Okay, so this is a solution. Okay, because it's balance. Mental and emotional balance. It's going to bring balance. It's going to bring rewards. It's going to bring a solution. Okay, so I think that this is a good card with the moon. I actually don't think that this is about fear. I think that just aspected by these brilliant cards, the Two of Wands taking charge of your destiny, the Justice energy, things being brought into balance, solutions being found. The message this week, Capricorn, is to take charge of your emotions, okay? I think that with the moon energy, you need to kind of tap into your intuition. But the moon and the High Priestess are very similar in terms of their intuitive themes. But for me, with the moon, it's all about... And it's funny as well, because the moon is, for me, in a way, slightly different from the High Priestess, if you like. The moon is literally about trusting your gut instincts as well. So trusting your instincts on a very, very deep level. Taking charge with that Two of Wands is going to bring the answers that you seek, because Justice is really about finding those answers as well. And I think that you're lacking some answers here for some of you Capricorns when I look at this reading. Okay, so the message this week, Capricorn, take control of these emotions. Okay. Also, the King of Cups is about weathering the storm. Weathering the storm. Okay, and also we could read it in a couple of ways, really. This card and this card here, take control of your emotions. Tap into your intuition, trust your gut feeling and take charge. It's going to bring solutions. It's going to bring the answers. If you take charge, it will bring the answers. So there's no time to kind of get... And it's funny as well, if I were to read it this way though, the King of Cups and the Moon, somebody who probably emotionally is a little bit kind of up and down. The Moon and the King of Cups together can show somebody who's quite volatile emotionally as well. Funnily enough, those two cards together as a combination can actually show somebody who's quite volatile emotionally. Somebody who suffers from emotional, the Moon card can be a card about mental breakdowns and things to do with mental illness. It's not shown with a Devil card, but we could say probably, and we could actually read that Moon therefore as a card about emotions being up and down, because if we were to read it like this, there is a need to take control of your emotions now. It may be with the Moon card on its own. So if we read this on as a standalone card, it may be with the Moon energy that some of you guys do hold fears. So I guess the first time I read it was the way that it could be read as well, that with the Moon you do harbour some fears here. There's a great deal of uncertainty, a great deal of uncertainty with that Moon. It's an interesting thing, but if you look at the Moon and you look at these people on the Moon, so the characters on this particular Moon card, Capricorn, you'll see that they're wearing masks, and you'll see that the Moon is illuminating, so it's showing things up, but they just can't see it. They're masking themselves from the Moon. They just can't see it. Now, it's an interesting thing that they're wearing masks, so the masks are kind of distorting their view. So there's a distorted view that comes in with the Moon energy. Not everything is as it seems when this card shows up. So it may also be saying that this isn't so much about the emotion, but more about the situation that may evoke fears. It may be telling you in these cards here that the message is to take charge of your emotions. There are things that you can't quite see with this Moon card showing here. There are things that are not particularly obvious or clear to you at the moment. But I think with the Two of Wands energy, if you move forward with bravery and courage, I think with the Justice energy showing here that things are actually going to sort themselves out, and you'll actually find the answers by doing that. So I think that the message combined together, if we just put it into a simple message, is to have courage, and the Moon energy in the dark places, have courage with the Two of Wands. And with the Two of Wands energy showing there, I mean, she is parked on the card, but just as a general take on the Two of Wands, it is about having the courage to move forward, because it's about coming out of the comfort zone. and going into the moon. So control your emotions. And yes, things may seem unclear at the moment. Things may not feel like they are what they seem. Things may be a bit of an illusion at the moment. Things may be slightly distorted with this moon energy. But if you take charge and if you're brave and if you move forward, Capricorn, despite the moon, despite your fears, justice, you'll get the rewards and you'll get the answers that you seek with the justice energy. Okay, let's have a look at your career message. So the Five of Coins is an interesting card in terms of career. Sometimes this can be that you're walking out of a job, or you may feel like the outsider. Five of Coins, if you look at these people outside, they're outsiders. So there is a theme of being an outsider with the Five of Pentacles card. So some of you guys may feel like an outsider in work. Some of you guys, it may be that you've decided to leave a job, for example, with the Five of Coins. The Five of Coins can talk about bullying within a job. It can talk about feeling like, as I've said, feeling like the outsider. It can talk about walking away from a job. It can talk about feeling rejected, or, you know, somebody slamming the door on you in a job, or letting you go, or sacking you, or firing you. It's all of those types of things with the Five of Coins. Five of Coins also talks about financial hardship. So sometimes with the Five of Coins, it can mean not getting enough financial aid or support in terms of the role that you do. I don't see this particular Five of Coins when I look at it as representing the energy of support. It looks very much about somebody, the haves and the haves not. Let's have a look at the next one. Yeah, I mean, there's two fives here. So I'm seeing here that you're on the precipice of some form of a change in career. But with the fives, for me, the change, because there's a lot of cards that would represent changing within the tarot, okay? Those are fives, 10, aces. So you've got an ace, you've got fives, you've got eights, and you've got nines and tens. So ace, 5, 8, 9 and 10. 5 out of those cards. Sorry, there are five cards, you know, out of the pips that would represent change. And the fives for me, so we can't, for me, I've always struggled in tarot with thinking that you read everything the same. It then becomes quite vanilla and quite beige, you know, to say, well, yeah, you got tens means change. You got fives, yeah, it means change. You know, you got aces, yeah, it means new beginnings, change. It just feels too vanilla. There's got to be a reason behind everything, you know. So for me, fives are that you face small challenges before a change. And some of you guys with those fives here, in terms of your career, there are some challenges that you're facing before you move forward onto a change, onto a new, you know, a new phase, a new cycle with the fives, because multiple fives are changes showing here. Oh my God, you've got 3 fives. Okay, 3 fives, multiple fives, all in a row here. Yeah, I mean, the fives are tricky cards, to be honest with you. If we were to break this down, perhaps, in terms of what's going on in work, I'm not saying you'll have this in the week, Capricorn, but there are the energies of, you know, some of you guys are feeling like an outcast, or some of you guys with the Five of Coins energy are feeling rejected, or you've been rejected. There's a lot of kind of sadness here and regret concerning the job that you're in. Five of Wands could be competitors or bullies, or there's conflict in the job, or you've got a lot of worries and anxieties with these cards. So I just feel that at every stage, some of you guys might be facing these, or what you feel to be unsurmountable energies showing here. Okay, and that could actually, when I think about it, Capricorn, be factoring into this energy here, where the universe is saying, you know, you got to really just take charge of your emotions here. You know, you've got the moon card showing there, things that are not clear, things that are kind of hidden, illusions, things that look one way one moment, but then they look distorted in another way the next. But there is a need to take charge, even, you know, face your fears, because the Two of Wands is facing into this. So there's a need to take charge and face your fears here. And it's going to bring rewards, and it's going to bring balance back with the Justice energy and solutions and answers. And that could definitely be connecting in, I think, here, Capricorn, with the work area, where we're seeing these minor challenges. I mean, for some of you guys, they may be big, but usually fives are minor. So we're seeing, anyway, we just call it challenges. We're seeing these challenges. But after you've overcome those challenges, you're going to see a beautiful new world. You're going to see some lovely changes happening here. Some of you guys have experienced bullying with the Five of Coins You've experienced being the outsider or not being paid enough money with the Five of Coins, or being rejected from a job. Some of you guys have found that. Some of you guys have felt real sadness in a job, real depression, real, you know, regret concerning a job. And some of you guys have experienced competitors and minor squabbles with colleagues with the Five of Wands energy, and battles and arguments and that type of thing with the Five of Wands. What's next? Yeah, I mean, you've got the Tower. So the Tower is an unstable energy. This can too, in a career reading, can be where suddenly there's a change, but suddenly there's this huge change. What's the next one? Yeah, I think this is a good card to get here. For me, these cards, these three cards are saying that in your career you've experienced these challenges. I think some of you guys have really experienced challenges with these cards. But I think that this is where we see the clincher, the Tower, that despite these challenges, okay, it's inevitable. Because what we're finding here is that you've got these minor challenges, but it's all leading you on to this change. And what we get here is that suddenly, with the Tower energy, I think that some of you guys with this Page of Coins are going to be put onto a new path. And that new path is going to be far more profitable, far more resourceful for you. And it could also be that this change is going to bring you to a place with the Page of Coins where perhaps some of you guys take up education again, or you go into learning, or you go into, some of you guys, it might be with the Page of Coins, you're going into a completely different area of work. You know, it may not be that you're actually, you know, sticking with, you know, the same path. You might be doing something completely different. Whoopsie daisy. Sorry about that. Just come off something there. You may be doing something completely different. Okay. So, I think that really the essence of the career reading is really saying that, you know, you shouldn't worry. That's what I think the essence of the reading is saying to you, Capricorn. Please, please don't worry. Yes, you do have these challenges. You've had challenges with colleagues, people who want to compete with you, Five of Wands. You've had minor squabbles here. You've had a lot of worries. You've faced all of that. You're faced feeling down. Perhaps some of you guys with the Five of Coins have lost your job. Perhaps you were made redundant. You know, that type of thing, which is what a Five of Coins is. You could easily be ousted or made redundant in a job. Perhaps you've faced that type of energy in terms of your role. Just going to put this light up here a little bit more because, yeah, there we are. Some of you guys have faced redundancy with the Five of Coins, and you've been feeling quite powerless and hopeless with the Five of Cups energy. Some of you guys with that Five of Wands facing real anxiety in terms of that. But all of these small things, and really when you look at it, just look at it as a small thing. All of these small things are leading on to the Tower, where we've got this sudden change. It's all leading towards that Tower moment, where suddenly, out of the blue, you're going to find yourself with the Page of Coins energy on this new path, on this new career path. For some of you guys, it might be that this leads you to, with the Tower energy, starting your own business. For some of you guys, it may lead you to going back to college and learning a new trade, for example, learning how to do something else, you know. For some of you guys, it may lead you on to take an apprenticeship in a job. It's leading, pages on new, so it's a new path. For all of this, it's leading you onto a new path. So if you do feel despondent about something to do with a job, whether you're dealing with horrible colleagues, whether you're dealing with being fired, whether you're dealing with being rejected, or you're dealing with being bullied or being made to feel the outcast, just know that this is leading you onto a new path. It's your destiny. This is what's meant to happen, because it's meant to lead you onto something else, which I think is phenomenal. Finally, let's have a look at the love reading, Capricorn. So the Three of Coins could be something to do within work, Three of Coins, but also Three of Coins can be, it depends. I don't always want to read three as third parties. That's the thing with the Three of Pentacles. I think that this is your card, actually. I think that the Three of Coins is actually the second deacon in Capricorn, if I'm right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, because you've got Capricorn, then Taurus, then Virgo. Yeah, so this is your card here. Three of Pentacles in terms of a love reading. Sometimes with the Three of Coins, you're developing a relationship with the partner. So what you're doing is you're progressing, you're developing. You might be moving house with the partner. You might be getting a mortgage with the partner with the Three of Coins energy showing there. You might be working on a project with a partner, or this could be something to do with work. Sometimes it can be third party though. Let's have a look at this. No, I think this is very good. I mean, usually some readers will read Pentacle cards in love readings as being about money. But I do feel that what I'm seeing this week is you and a partner working together on a project. For me, with the Ace of Coins energy, this could be something to do with housing, for example, with the Ace of Coins, or it could be to do with, you know, building a new conservatory, or, you know, it's an earth type thing with the Ace of Coins energy. So I think some of you guys are working together in a partnership. Some of you guys, it's about building a new foundation with the partner showing here as well. Let's have a look at the next one. Wow, the Two of Cups, commitment within a relationship. Okay. I think that some of you guys are working together, Three of Coins energy. You're progressing in this relationship, the Three of Coins. There's commitment. You're building a commitment within this relationship. You're building a foundation in this relationship. You're building a foundation together as well. Because the Two of Cups is together and this is building a foundation. Wow. So you're building a foundation together that's going to lead to the Ten of Cups. That's going to lead to something long lasting. Possibly if you don't have children, it's having children. Because you've got 2 here and then we've got 4 here. Queen of Wands. Well, you know, the Queen of Wands is an interesting card. It could be a person, yes. And I'm probably going to clarify her, actually. Because these cards here seem extraordinarily positive to me. And she is too. You know. I mean, the Queen of Wands could simply be saying, well, you're building a foundation together. Okay. One in which, with the Ten of Cups energy, there's the possibility of having children, getting married maybe in the future, adding to your, you know, adding to your home, adding to your relationship, because this is you guys working together. The Ace of Coins building a foundation together. And then we've got a Ten of Cups. So we're going from that 2 where you're together to suddenly becoming 4. So it's almost like you're working together. I think in a relationship this week, it feels like you're making plans here with the partner. It feels like you're making plans with the Three of Coins, building a foundation to build a foundation together, one in which you have children, marriage, perhaps, you know, move into a house together, that type of thing. And it might be with the Queen of Wands energy that there's a great deal of excitement around this, perhaps, with this Queen of Wands. It doesn't necessarily have to be that there's somebody. It wouldn't make any sense to say that there was somebody else in the frame, because look what you're doing together already here. The 4 cards just don't match up to say there's somebody else. I mean, you know, I am reading for Capricorn, you know, so Capricorn, that's not you as a zodiac sign. Some of you guys, if you're a man, this may be the partner of the Queen of Wands. Let's have a look at what she's doing on the end there. What do you mean by this Queen of Wands in 2 cards? What do you mean by this Queen of Wands in 2 cards? What do you mean? Right. Oh, okay. Well, we do have a Ten of Swords. Oh, what is that? The Ten of Swords, ending of a painful situation, or there's a painful, deep hurt here and loss. So Queen of Wands being, what's the word? Clarified. We're asking, what do you mean by the Queen of Wands? Deep hurt and loss. When you clarify cards, you're looking for the similarities between both cards. She's not reversed, though. She's usually a very positive card in the upright, but yet we've got contra clarifiers showing there. Maybe this is somebody who's gone. Maybe this is somebody who's out of the picture. Maybe there's a woman here who feels deeply hurt and lost. Why have you given us this woman? Why have you given us this Queen of Wands? Why have you given us this Queen of Wands? Why have you given us this Queen of Wands in 2 cards? Because the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Coins. Well, somebody I think has, with this Eight of Swords, is still attached, and there's a sense of reviewing this situation, maybe reviewing if they've done the right thing. Maybe this is an ex showing up on the end of it. I don't think that this refers to anywhere to this. I really don't, because it's a number 3. It wouldn't make any sense for me to read it like that. This seems to me that some of you guys are working together. You're progressing. You're making plans with the partner to build a life together. okay, to build a foundation together with the Two of Cups, okay? And what you're looking to build together is the home, the family, to get married. It may be, though, that there's still an outsider around here. That's what comes to me. It feels like she just sits on the end, and I'm thinking, well, what's she doing there? What does she want? Why is this character just sitting there? If the cards had been more positive, because the Queen of Wands is a positive card, you can read her as, you know, somebody who's motivated and somebody who desires and somebody who's excited and somebody who is optimistic and positive and enthusiastic about this. And I've got to say, well, there's lots of enthusiasm around this with the Queen of Wands, but it felt very odd in a way that she would be sitting there. So if I'd had cards that showed me the enthusiasm, perhaps the Nine of Cups maybe showing up there, Four of Wands maybe showing up there, clarifying as that Queen, it would have said to me, yeah, there's loads of enthusiasm around this. But clarified on this, I'm asking why is the Queen of Wands here? What do you mean by the Queen of Wands? Feels like it's trying to say, but however, there's somebody still around, or there's somebody still in the picture. This person may be feeling deeply hurt at losing out, perhaps, and that Eight of Swords. And I'm clarifying, I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? I'm asking, well, who is this person? Somebody who's still very attached with the Eight of Swords energy and still with the Seven of Coins energy reviewing. Probably thinking, is there still a chance here? That's what I'm getting anyway from the reading. So I think that it feels like in the love reading that you and a partner, Capricorn, you're going great guns. But I do think that maybe the partner, it's either your partner's, this is your partner's ex or this is your ex. It's one of the two. And just because it's a female doesn't mean that it's a female ex type of thing. So if you're a female and you've got an ex and it's a male, that could still show up as that Queen of Wands energy. It might be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I do think that there is somebody else in the frame here, somebody who hasn't truly let go of the situation. That's what I'm seeing in the reading. Let's very quickly then look through the cards again before we wrap up Capricorn and get the spiritual reading. The general message this week is to take control of your feelings. There is a lot of stuff going on around you that is unseen with that moon energy. There's a lot of stuff that's hidden. There's a lot of stuff that seems one way but isn't as it seems. And there is a need for you, I think, Capricorn, to take charge with this Two of Wands and to face the fear. Because I think that this is going to bring you to where you need to be and where you want to be with justice. It's going to bring balance back with the justice energy showing here. And also rewards and solutions and answers. In terms of work, some of you guys, you've got 3 5s. So multiple 5s in a reading are really talking about changes. But they're changes after a difficult period, okay? A challenging period. So some of you guys have faced a challenging period. Some of you guys in work have lost your job, 5 of Coins energy. You're mourning 5 of Cups for the loss of a job with the 5 of Coins, okay? You've faced competition with the 5 of Wands. You've faced challenges in your work with the 5 of Wands energy. You're facing competition now in finding a job, but it's leading you to this very powerful change. It's leading you to this breakthrough moment as well, because Tower is a breakthrough. So all of this stuff that's been happening to you in your career, it's only leading you to a breakthrough with the Tower. And that breakthrough is putting you on a new path with the Page. And that new path for some of you guys, as mentioned, is running your own business. It's like the eureka moment. Like, okay, that's how I'll make money. I could go and run my own business, Page of Coins energy. I could start a new enterprise, Page of Coins energy. I could go back to college and learn something, learn a new trade, Page of Coins energy. I could go in and do it, maybe an apprentice job somewhere, you know, go and work in a job and get paid. Might be a bit of less money for a time, but at least I'm earning and I'm learning on the job. So you're being put on a new path. All of this that's happened here really is your breakthrough moment. It's leading you to a breakthrough in which you're on this new resourceful path. It's going to be and you're starting from the very beginning on this new path because it's the Page, and the only way to go from there is upwards, which is fantastic. And finally, in terms of love, I do think that some of you guys this week are really at the planning stage. You're planning the Ace of Coins. Could be a new life with the Ace of Coins together, because Ace of Coins is new life as well. It's a seed. So think about pregnancy and the implantation of sperm and egg. That's the seed, you see. So you're planning a new life together, Ace of Coins. Okay, you're at the planning stage here, building a new foundation together as a couple. Okay, and this new life and this foundation that some of you guys are building with your partner, which is the Two of Cups energy, you're planning to, probably for some of you guys, it's marriage. It's definitely something to do, but it's got to be. You look at that, you go from 2 to 4. So a lot of you guys are planning this new life together in which it involves children and marriage and a solid, settled home together. You're really looking towards the future. But I do think that she's not reversed, but there is this queen. There is this queen on the end showing there. I just thought about something as well, and don't take it the wrong way, please. I just remembered something about this Queen of Wands. And I hope it's not the case, okay? But I feel that I've got to mention it because I remembered it. This is all good. But there's 2 things I think you need to watch out for. That there's not another individual around a Queen of Wands. Somebody who feels scorned and hurt. Ten of Swords can be feeling scorned, hurt, deeply hurt. And sad. 5 of Cups. Somebody who can't let go. Somebody who's still attached. And still probably looking at whether there's a chance. There may be still somebody around you doing that. It's either your partner Capricorn or your partner's, sorry, it's either your ex-partner Capricorn or your partner's ex-partner. The other thing I've just remembered is the Queen of Wands is an actress. So, though some of you guys seem to be planning a new life with your partner, one in which you're going to have children, you're going to settle down, marriage, all the rest of it. Be careful that this isn't an act. Queen of Wands is an actress, and there's been plenty of times I've seen her show up in my own personal client readings where it's shown that somebody's lying. She's a liar card. Queen of Wands tells lies because she's an actress. Cards like the Magician, Queen of Wands, they act. So they can easily be seen as people that lie. So just be careful that whatever is going on here is not an illusion, because this can be a liar card. It really can. And if you're not planning for children and you and your partner are working together, you know, planning a new life together, so planning new life with the partner together, be careful that if it feels too good to be true, it is. Because that can be a liar as well. I'm sorry to say, but the Ten of Cups can be a liar. It's ruled by Pisces. The planet is Neptune that rules that card. Things that are, so sometimes with the Ten of Cups, things are too good to be true. So it could also be telling you, I'm not turning good cards into negative. I'm really not. I'm just looking at these clarifiers here that are clarifying that person there. And if this isn't an outsider, if this isn't an ex of yours, Capricorn, and it's not an ex of your partner's, you've got no exes, be careful and make sure that the partner wants what you want. Because I've got you guys planning a new life together. So planning a new life together with the partner, but it could be that it's too good to be true. Queen of Wands, it's actually an act, because this Queen of Wands was coming up as the Ten of Swords. Now, if it isn't an ex, as I've said, then this is somebody who feels trapped and feels like, you know, 5 of Cups energy, just kind of like feels trapped and kind of like, I'll give up. I'm just going to have to, you know. But really could be saying that, well, if this is an illusion here with the Ten of Cups and there's an act going on, really this person feels kind of like they don't want to do it. Ten of Swords energy. They really don't want to do it. 5 of Cups as well. It's like, I don't want to do it. I'm really not feeling it. I want to give this up, you know. I feel trapped here. Maybe what are they reviewing? What are they looking at? They're reviewing probably how they can change this. How can they bring this to the end of its cycle? The Wheel of Fortune is also a card not just about changing cycles, but bringing things to full circle. How can I bring this full circle? Or how can I change this? The Wheel. I just pulled that off the top of the deck, you know, following this card here. So as I've said, yes, this may be an ex of you, Capricorn. It may be an ex of your partner that's still in the frame. This person still feels Ten of Swords, deeply hurt and upset. Constantly thinking. 8 of Swords energy is constantly thinking and reviewing with the 7 of Coins how they can change things. Perhaps maybe they still want to get in on the act of your happiness. Maybe they still want to invade your happiness. If this isn't an ex, then I think that just make sure the partner wants what you want. Because though you're planning a new life together, the 2 of Cups, might be a bit of an illusion. Too good to be true is the Ten of Cups energy. They may be putting on an act. They're not feeling it. The Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups energy, they want to give up. They're feeling trapped. They're reviewing, how do I change this? How do I get out of it? That type of thing. So just make sure, I'm not saying it's the case for a lot of you guys, it's going to be that you're in a perfectly great relationship and things are going great and you've just got some ex hanging around that still can't let go. But for some of you guys, I would definitely make sure that it's the partner. Make sure that it's the partner, that your partner wants what you want, because they may not, judging by those cards and what I know of how they can actually interplay with each other, it may be that the partner is not strictly telling the truth. You don't need reversals to show lies. You can still have uprights. If you've got the astrological meanings of these cards, the planetary meanings of some of these cards, you can actually delve in deeper and say, actually, there's something not right going on there. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying that there's potential for some of you guys in that. Now, the spiritual card that we have is, funnily enough, believe. Let's have a look at this. So there's magic all around you. Open up to the wonders of the universe. Notice the connections and synchronicities. Follow your feelings and believe with all your heart. We successfully manifest our dreams when our feelings are in alignment with our plans from that sacred union. The right ideas take shape, the best relationships blossom, and the stuff that's meant to be easily falls into place. Everything is possible. Fantastic. All right, that is your reading, Capricorn, for the week. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you'd like your own private reading, click on the link in the comment section below or the end screen. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.